Editor of identityweek.net. Today I'll be talking with Sasha, who's from Persona, one of the companies joining us in a couple of weeks in DC for Identity Week America. We'll be discussing why adaptable identity solutions are key to navigating shifting regulations and fraud. And their identity solutions really contribute to the management of these issues in the industry at the moment. So it's really great to speak with you today, Sasha. Would you mind telling us a bit more about the company history and your milestones?
Yeah, thanks, Evie, for having me, and good morning, everyone. My name is Sasha de. I head up partnerships and business development for Persona, a leading identity management provider based out of San Francisco. A couple of kind of quick background anecdotes and stories. We were founded by X-Square and Dropbox engineers. We are headquartered here in San Francisco with offices in New York as well as in Vancouver in Canada. And Persona is really founded with the goal of building the most flexible and comprehensive identity infrastructure that adapts to the unique needs of our business customers. We started out with a government ID proofing and selfie biometric technology, and we've since grown to rapidly expand our platform capabilities to cover a very wide range of identity-related use cases, those requiring different levels of assurance, fraud, and compliance controls. And today, Persona really offers a unified identity platform that gives businesses the building blocks they need to manage fully customized KYC, AML, KYB, and other identity-related programs to meet compliance standards, fight fraud, and build trust throughout the customer lifecycle.
So you've spoken about your expanding portfolio. How is your platform used in identity fraud management? What's the concept of that these days currently? And can you provide us with some use cases?
Yeah, so we typically see our platform deployed primarily across fraud and risk management, so kind of stopping bad actors before they can access our customers and our clients' ecosystems. Also for compliance and regulatory purposes to make sure that, for example, our financial services customers are adhering to BSA requirements. And also for trust and safety protocols for both consumer and business identities. Use cases that you typically might see include account creation and onboarding. If you're a consumer and or just an end user and you're looking to create an account with your favorite fintech app or financial services or even public sector entity, Persona will help with that account creation and identity proofing process. And we also see ourselves deployed with account or credential recovery, as well as step-up verification use cases.
And you mentioned the customer and how they interact as well with the platform. How have you adapted to your product lineup to the shifting trending use scenarios with the customer? How do they want to interact seamlessly and safely? How are you going about this balance?
Yeah, Persona, I think, is constantly trying to stay abreast of industry trends, new regulations, and other developments in digital identity in order to help shape our future roadmap and better serve our clients' needs in the future. We've introduced more advanced, higher assurance verification methods. We've expanded our global coverage, and we've enhanced our platform's adaptability to meet evolving fraud challenges and regulatory needs. For example, last year we launched a KYB, or business entity verification tool, when we started to see that business verification was becoming a key complement and a key demand to our core individual identity management product. So really just trying to stay ahead of where our customers are going, but also where the industry is going.
And where the challenges are going. Could you give us an idea of the identity space? Where is it heading? What are these challenges? And I'm sure it's quite finite, the amount of different types of fraud that you're encountering. What's the landscape like?
Yeah, I think the only kind of consistent theme that we're seeing, or the main consistent theme that we're seeing across the future of identity, is just constant change, right? There's change in terms of the fraud vectors that we're seeing used by fraudsters and scammers. There's change in terms of regulatory requirements and data privacy requirements. We're seeing those become increasingly fragmented, not only at the country level, but also sometimes at the state or even at the city level. And then also just constant change in terms of the technology. You know, a good example is the advent of generative AI, which has really accelerated the pace of innovation when it comes to detecting deepfakes and other fraud vectors in our industry. You know, AI, at least in my opinion, has made not only tools for fraudsters and scammers more easily available and accessible, but has also helped kind of the line of defense, you know, making sure that the technology that's available is equally, if not more sophisticated.
Thank you for that. Lastly, have you entered any strategic partnerships, or is this on your kind of radar for the event? There'll be lots of organizations and companies there. What are you doing in this space?
Yeah, and that's actually a great question. Kind of touches directly into kind of the line of work that I do at Persona, which is partnerships. And we've built a number of strategic partnerships with best-in-class point solutions, with risk signals, and other data providers, really with the intent of making it easier for our customers to leverage top data and productivity platforms and other risk tools to get a more holistic understanding of their users and to streamline their identity operations. Most recently, we've launched a public partnership with MasterCard Identity, formerly known as Ekata. And then we've also integrated with Auth0 under the Okta ecosystem, Centrelink, Telesign, and many other partners in our marketplace and integration suite. So if you are interested in chatting with us and learning more about our partnerships program, we do look forward to meeting you in person at Identity Week in DC.
And we will follow up this conversation at Identity Week, probably going into those partnerships a lot more. It's been great to speak with you now, though, and look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Thanks so much, Evie.